Honey, I've made some food for you to take home with you. Make sure that you don't forget it when you leave, okay? You said before that you liked my barbecue ribs, didn't you? Well, I've made a load for you. You just have to put them in the freezer and get them out a few at a time as you need them.
Oh, really? Thank you so much, Mom. That's so kind of you. I was a bit worried about what we were going to do for food now that we're both working, you know.
If there's anything you want to eat, just let me know. You don't have to worry that you're being rude or anything. I'll do what I can to help the two of you out. I know how busy you both are lately.
Thank you so much, Mom. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders hearing you say that. I'm living the dream right from the start of our marriage, aren't I?
There's nothing to thank me for. If you're going to give me spending money anyway, isn't it better that I at least do something to earn it rather than just getting it for nothing? It makes me feel a lot more comfortable accepting it too, you know. Kevin doesn't like ribs very much, so you eat them. I made them for you because I know that it's difficult for the woman to eat what she likes if the man doesn't like the same thing.
Okay, Mom. Thank you for thinking of me like that. I really appreciate it.
You're so lucky. You've got a mother-in-law who thinks of you over her own son.
I think I've been blessed in the mother-in-law department. I better try really hard to be a good daughter-in-law to Mom. I'm going to phone her more often and give her more spending money, too.
I'm getting enough spending money from the two of you already. You don't need to worry about giving me more of that. I can't spend all that you're giving me now, if I'm honest. I'm putting some of it into a savings account instead.
We're only giving it to you because we can afford to at the moment. We can afford it, and it's a sign of appreciation for all that you do for us as well. You can spend it when you need to. It's fine.
She's right. You should be selfish for once and spend it on yourself. Just take it without worrying about us. And spend some. You don't have to save everything and live like a poor person, you know. Okay, I've got it. Stop worrying about me and focus on your work. I'm fine. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself, you know. I have lived for over 60 years now, after all.
Oh, hello, Mom. What is it?
Would you be able to come over to the house a minute, please?
Pardon? Now? I'm working at the moment, you see.
You're the boss, aren't you? There's no one to say anything to you if you just leave your desk for a while, is there?
It's just that I was working on something, that's all. I need to finish it or else my employers can't get on with what they're supposed to be doing.
I think I'm going to have to take a trip to the hospital later, you see. Last year, I was fine to go to the hospital by myself, but now my knee is so painful that I don't know if I will be able to bend it or not from one day to the next.
Oh, I see. It'll be really difficult for me to get to you anytime soon, you know. Why do you suddenly need to go to the hospital? Is there something wrong?
I don't know if it's because of the weather lately or what, but I think I'm getting a cold, that's all. I feel really dreadful. Like death warmed up, so to speak. My throat feels really scratchy and I have a cough as well.
Well, I guess it would be better for you to go to the hospital then, wouldn't it? I'll give Kevin a ring for you. He said to me earlier that he didn't have much on today, you see.
You can't do that!
Excuse me? Why can't I call him? What's the problem?
He's at work, isn't he? You can't distract him like that when he's busy. You can come with me instead. We don't need to bother him over this.
Mom, I'm busy too, you know. Actually, I think I'm busier than Kevin is these days. I'm working late every night to try to get everything done.
Men feel a bigger responsibility towards their family, though, don't they? I don't want to be a burden to him.
I told you, Mom, I'm really busy. I have so many meetings to sort out today as well as all my other work. There are issues that I have to handle myself too, so I don't think I can afford to be away from my desk today.
Hey! I'm not interested in your work, am I? Spare me the details. If I tell you to come, you should just come. I told you, I'm sick and I feel like I could collapse at any moment. And you're just going on about your work. Do you think this is the time for that? Why are you treating me like this?
That's why I suggested that, because I'm busy today, but Kevin isn't. that I could call him for you and he could take you to the hospital.
I've already asked him to do something else for me. Something really difficult. It'll take him a long time, too. Just hurry up and come to my place so that you can take me to the hospital. Right away.
What is it that you have asked him to do? I'll call him and…
Oh, my leg is so sore. I feel like death warmed up. I'm asking you for help because I feel really bad, and you are just yapping on about nothing. Oh, my head.
Okay, Mom, I'll be right there.
You could have just said that from the beginning. I keep making all of that food for you. This is the least you can do for me, surely. I'm not asking for much.
Oh, Mom, the ribs that you made me last time were really salty, you know.
You didn't throw them all away, did you?
No, I didn't, but…
I made them for you to eat, so you'd better eat them. Don't go giving them to Kevin either.
If I eat them, I'm afraid that my blood pressure would rise to 200. They're so salty.
That's what happens to my blood pressure after talking to you. Stop talking and hurry up, won't you?
Okay, I'll go to take you to the hospital. But I'm a bit hurt by what you've said to me today, you know. I'm really grateful for you making all that food for us, but getting dinner isn't only my job.
If it isn't your job, whose job is it? That's why women get married. The husband's family have taken you in. So you should be grateful and do what they want you to.
Excuse me?
I thought you'd realize that, but I guess you just don't understand what's going on. You don't seem to think very much, I've noticed. I thought that you'd be really smart, having started your own little business and all. But I have to say, I'm quite disappointed in you.
Mom, I wasn't going to say this to you, but I think I should. On the day of our wedding, you said thank you to me for marrying your average son. I'm just really surprised at how you change your attitude and what you say so drastically from 1 minute to the next.
Should I have pointed out your flaws in front of all those people instead, then? How can someone who has started their own company like you know less about the world and social norms than I do, when I've been a housewife my entire life?
Mom, why are you suddenly being like this? Did I do something to make you uncomfortable or upset you or something?
There you go again, asking such obvious questions. Of course I'm uncomfortable. He wouldn't be with you acting like you do. Since my husband passed away, the only man that I had to look after and protect me was my Kevin, you see. You've taken him away from me now as well, haven't you? How could I be close to the girl who took my man away from me?
Your man?
Of course! Kevin's a man, isn't he? He isn't a woman. I don't have the energy for this anymore. Make sure you get here by 1 p.m., okay?
What's going on today? Is this really the same person? What's happened to the mother-in-law that always acted like such an angel?
Well, don't just stand there. Go and get me a wheelchair.
A wheelchair? Why do you need one of those?
Weren't you listening to anything I said to you on the phone earlier? I told you that my knees were so sore that I didn't know whether I could bend them or not. That's the whole reason why I couldn't come here on my own and asked you to come with me. Was it not?
Oh, okay. There's one just over there. Hang on a second, Mom.
Fine.
Mom, sit down here, please.
That's a lot better. You didn't go calling Kevin or anything, did you?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't even have the chance to call him. I quickly finished what I was doing and went straight to meet you see.
That's good. You don't have to tell Kevin about you coming here with me today either.
Why?
I told you before, didn't I? I don't want to be a burden to him. You're not annoyed that I'm only asking you to do things like this for me, are you?
Pardon? No, of course not. If I look at it from your point of view, I think I can understand where you're coming from. It gets harder for the children the older the parents get after all, doesn't it?
Okay, I'm glad that you understand. So you aren't going to tell Kevin about us coming here today, then?
If that's what you want, that's what I'll do.
We will probably end up making a lot of memories like this. Just the two of us as time goes by.
Memories?
Of course! These are all opportunities for the two of us to get closer, after all. Why wouldn't they be memories?
Can you really call going to the hospital a memory? I'm not so sure if I'm honest.
If I say it's a memory, that's what it is. Remember it as us getting to know each other better and getting closer to each other. I'm not going to be around forever, you know. It hasn't really even been that long since we met, has it? Just imagine that we'll be parting ways forever soon. How sad will that be?
Oh, do you think?
Listen to you talk. You'll be dancing on my grave after I die.
No, of course I won't, Mom.
So you're sad that we won't be able to spend much time together, are you?
To be honest, I've never really thought about it like that before. So I can't say that I'm sad exactly.
No, you'll definitely be sad and grieving after I've gone.
Yes, I suppose I will be.
While we're on the subject, how would you feel about you, Kevin, and I joining together?
Joining together? What do you mean?
I mean the three of us living together, of course. What did you think I meant? Weren't you planning on us moving in together?
Well, Kevin has never even mentioned it before, so I hadn't really thought about it if I'm honest.
See, you're doing it again. Do I really have to explain every single little thing to you? It's something that you, as my daughter-in-law, should have at least considered, isn't it?
Mom, that's really far-fetched.
The two of you could come and move in with me.
Your house is a bit small, don't you think? It would be uncomfortable for three of us to live in that small apartment. As I said before, I have never really thought about living.
It is a bit, isn't it? You're right. The apartment that I'm living in now is too small for the three of us, so it'd probably be better for me to move in with you. I think I saw that you had some spare rooms when I went to your place last time.
No, all the rooms have their uses. Kevin and I have one each that we use as our personal offices, and the other one is a room for storing our clothes and things like that.
Why do you need a home office? You're the boss of your company, aren't you? You don't need to do all the work. That's what you have employees for. Do I have to tell you things like that as well?
What on earth are you talking about now, Mom? The boss is supposed to be the person that works the hardest.
Oh, you can't live your life like that. It's ridiculous. If the boss is supposed to work the hardest, why do they have people under them? People become bosses so that they can do what they want, when they want. They don't become bosses to work hard. They find people to do their job for them, and their job is then just to order people around.
It's not like that, Mom. It's my company. Of course I should work hard to keep it going. If the boss took no interest in the company, why would the employees do their jobs properly and work hard?
I've lived a lot longer than you, so I know better. If you just listened to me and did what I say, you do really well in life. You're the boss, so you can use your company's office whenever you want as well. Let's clear out the room that you're using as your office, and I can have it as my room instead.
Mom, I'm really sorry, but I don't think we'll be able to live together.
What? Why ever not?
I will have to talk to Kevin about it for a start, and Kevin and I always finish work really late, so we won't have any time to spend with you or to take care of you anyway.
Why would you need to take care of me? The two of you could just carry on living just as you are right now. I'm only suggesting it because I want to make the two of you dinner and do the cleaning, washing up, and laundry for you. That's all. A lot of mothers-in-law want to move in with their son and his family so that they can get the daughter-in-law to run after them all the time. But I'm not like that.
No, I don't think it would be a good idea. I think Kevin would feel uncomfortable too, not just me. We have company meals quite often and go on a lot of business trips as well, you see. I think if you were living with us, we'd feel uncomfortable leaving you like that all the time, and it would be hard for us to concentrate on our work.
That's just your opinion, though, isn't it? How do you know that that's what my Kevin will think? Kevin is the kind of son that would do anything for his mom, you know. If Kevin agrees on me moving in with the two of you, I'm going to do it, no matter what you think or feel about it. You just remember that, okay? Did you just sigh?
No, Mom. I'll go and tell the receptionist that we're here. Kevin, your mom seems to have changed recently.
Changed? What do you mean?
Has she happened to say anything to you at all?
No, she hasn't. What about? What do you mean? Has something happened to Mom that I don't know about?
She hasn't asked you to do anything for her today, then?
No, she hasn't. I haven't spoken to her at all today as it happens.
Oh, really?
Why do you ask?
Mom told me not to mention this to you, but if I don't, I think that I'm going to end up the fool.
What is it? What didn't she want you to tell me?
This afternoon, I took Mom to the hospital, you see.
Oh, did you?
Yes, but Mom said that you were already so busy that she didn't want to be a burden and make you worry about her as well. So she told me that I mustn't tell you about it. I guess I can understand where she's coming from on that. But then she said that because you have taken me into this family, that I should do everything that she wants me to. That because I'm the boss, surely I don't need to work hard and things like that. She seemed different from normal and said a lot of things that she had never said before, so I was a bit taken aback, I guess. Oh, she also seems to want to move in here with us.
What on earth are you talking about? Move in here? With us? She's never said anything to me about that. Why is Mom suddenly saying ridiculous things like that? Don't worry about it. I wonder if she was just feeling a bit lonely now that she's been living on her own for a while after Dad passed away.
I was really surprised, and to be honest, felt a little hurt too. I know that the shirt is nearer than the coat, but it just seemed like Mom thought that I had taken you away from her.
You feeling hurt by how she acted means that you must have believed what she was saying was true, I guess. Mom hasn't known you for that long, really, has she? I guess she's still just not that comfortable around you yet. That'll be it.
You think? I was just going to leave it and move on as it was the first time that she's been like that with me. But I just kept thinking about it and felt really bad for the rest of the day. So I thought I'd better try to talk to you about it.
I'm sorry that she made you feel that way. I'll apologize to you for her. I'm sorry for how Mom made you feel today. We're the only family Mom has now, aren't we? I think she'd feel a bit better if she had someone else to lean on, like your mom and dad have each other.
Yes, I guess she must be pretty lonely, living on her own like that. Still, I don't think I'd feel comfortable having her living here with us, you know?
I feel the same. If it's just the two of us living here, I can just come out of the shower and go to the bedroom to get dressed. But if Mom was here too, I couldn't do that. I don't think I'd be able to rest comfortably either with her in the house all the time. If Mom does try to discuss moving in here with us with me, I'll tell her that I don't think it's a good idea.
I'm really sorry, Kevin. You know that the reason I don't want her to move in here with us isn't because I hate her or anything like that, don't you? I have thought about her maybe moving in one day when she is old and frail and not able to live on her own, but she's still young and active. I think it's too soon more than anything.
Of course, I totally understand what you were saying. I've known you for a long time now, after all.
Thank you for understanding, Kevin. Hi, Mom. I'm in the middle of a meeting right now, so if it isn't urgent, would it be okay if I called you back in about 15 minutes, please?
It's urgent. If it wasn't, why would I be calling you in the middle of the day?
Oh, I see. What's the problem? Has anything happened?
You told Kevin exactly what we were talking about yesterday, didn't you?
Well, I didn't tell him everything, but I did tell him, yes.
I told you that it was a memory for just the two of us, didn't I? Why did you make my son worry about me by telling him that you took me to the hospital? And how could you tell him that I was talking about moving in with you? That all should have come from me first, not you. I was going to work out what I wanted to say properly, and then call him and talk to him about it, you see.
No matter how you said it, you would have said that you wanted to move in with us, though, wouldn't you?
Do you think I would have told him about it in the same way that you did? I never thought that you'd get in between us and try to mess up the relationship that I have with my Kevin. You've made it so that I won't ever even be able to bring up the subject of me moving in with the two of you now, haven't you?
Well, it turns out that you moving in would have been difficult anyway. Don't be like this, Mom. I don't want to fight with you about any of this anymore.
That's exactly what I should be saying. Do you think that I want to fight with Kevin because of you? My Kevin isn't usually the kind to get mad at me, but he just shouted at me over the phone because of you.
Kevin isn't the type to get angry like that.
Are you saying that it's my fault then?
I don't really know for sure, but I think that this time it just might be.
What did you say?
Mom, if you're angry like that, don't call me and complain. Call Kevin and tell him how you feel. Even if I say that you can move in, if Kevin says that you can't move in with us anyway, can you?
Do you think I don't know that you're controlling my Kevin and that you made him say that I can't move in with the two of you? I have brought up and loved my Kevin for over 30 years now. I know him a lot better than you do. The two of you haven't even been married for 6 months yet, have you?
You only know him as a mother. How do you know what your son is like as a husband? You only know him as your son, after all. And Kevin said that he didn't want you to move in himself. I didn't tell him to say it. He said that if you lived with us, he thought that it'd be uncomfortable.
Of course you'd say that. How can I know that he didn't say all of those things to me because of what you said to him and the way in which you told him what we were talking about yesterday? Why would a son say that his mother made him uncomfortable? You said that it would make you uncomfortable. That's why. It was you saying that made him agree with you, wasn't it?
Mom, have I ever lied to you or shown you that I was untrustworthy? Why do you keep not believing what I say and being unhappy with me?
I just think that that's what you're like, that's all. Do you think I'm just acting like this because I'm bored or something? That's enough now. You just try telling Kevin what I've said to you on the phone today. You just try it. You've made me seem like a ridiculous person again, haven't you? Bye.
I was in the middle of a meeting. What on earth was all of that about? Oh, Mom, what are you doing here? You gave me quite a shock.
You've come back earlier than I expected.
Mom, what are you doing here? You should have called us to say that you were outside our apartment. Why are you just sitting by the door? You've been still for so long that the light is even turned off.
Well, I got here when you were supposed to finish work, but you didn't come home, did you? If you had left work on time, then I wouldn't have been waiting here like this, would I? It's all your fault, you see.
Anyway, why did you come here?
Oh, there you go. Sighing again. Kevin should see how you're acting around me recently. How could you just stand there sighing right in your mother-in-law's face like that? It's so rude. Well, don't just stand there like a lemon. Open the door then, will you? It's Kevin's birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to stay here tonight and make breakfast for him in the morning.
Excuse me? Did you just say that you were going to stay at our place tonight?
I did. Why? What's wrong with that?
Well, because it's his birthday tomorrow, Kevin said that he was going to go out for a drink with his friends tonight, and that he'd be late home. That's all.
So? What does that matter? I'm going to make him a birthday breakfast tomorrow morning. It doesn't matter to me if he's going to be home late tonight now, does it? Are you just standing there like that because you don't want it to be just you and me in the house and you want me to leave? Is that it?
No, not at all. Come in.
Look at the place. Filthy it is. Kevin has really weak lungs, so he starts coughing if there's even the slightest bit of dust. I know you say that you're busy, but you have to do some cleaning as well, you know.
I make some time every weekend to clean, Mom.
I mean that you should do it every day, not just at the weekends.
Okay, Mom. Kevin and I will try to make some time to clean every day.
Do you have to do every single thing with my Kevin? Can't you do anything by yourself? Are you a princess or something? Is that it?
We live here together, don't we? It's not fair if I'm the only one who does the cleaning and cooks all the time.
Not fair? You should have just lived alone if you think like that. I gave you my precious boy, and for what? Not fair! I really can't believe you sometimes.
Mom, there's something that I want to ask you. The way you've been acting towards me recently. Is that the real you?
What do you mean?
I only seem to see the nice side of you that I liked so much when Kevin's around, you see. That's all.
Well, Kevin has done nothing wrong, so I have no reason to interrogate or doubt him, do I? I'm just watching you to see whether you are in any way harmful to my precious kind boy. That's all.
Watching me? If you were going to be like this, why did you give us permission to marry in the first place?
Sonny, is Mom here? I can see Mom's shoes in the porch. Oh, Kevin! Mom. Sonny said that you were going to be back late tonight, but you're back already! Oh, I need to go out again in a few minutes. I just came back to get changed, that's all. Mom, what are you doing here anyway? What do you mean? It's your birthday tomorrow, isn't it? Well, I've always made you a special birthday breakfast, haven't I? Now that you are married, I had no choice but to come all the way over here to do it, you see. There was no need for you to come all this way, you know. It's my son's birthday! It's no bother at all. Oh, and I know how much Sonny likes my special soup, so I was going to make it for you tomorrow morning. That sounds okay, doesn't it? Oh, that's the chicken one, isn't it? I like the beef one better. You are a pain sometimes, you know. We have to match Sonny's taste now that she's your wife. When I die, Sonny will be the only family that you have left, you know. The man has to be good to his wife so that she'll stick by him for a long time, you know.
This is making me feel a bit sick, actually. Now Kevin's here, she's pretending to be an angel again. This is so frustrating.
Mom, I'm sorry that I got mad at you the other day. You coming all this way to make me a birthday breakfast has made me feel really bad about what I said to you. You have nothing to feel sorry about. It's my fault for trying to worm my way into your house. I didn't think it would cause such a problem because I love having a lot of people around me. Myself, you know. Saying things like that makes me feel even worse, doesn't it? I'll have another think about the three of us living together, okay?
Kevin!
I told you before, you don't have to. Don't worry about me. It's okay, Mom. Sonny, let's have a proper chat about it sometime when we're both free.
Mom said that we didn't have to worry, didn't she? Don't make her uncomfortable by bringing up silly things like that again.
She's lying so that I won't worry about her. I know all about that. She doesn't want to cause any problems for me.
So you're saying that she can move in, are you?
Not exactly. Let's talk about it some more later. I have to go and meet my friends now. Okay, Kevin. Have a good time with your friends. Where should I sleep anyway? We could take this opportunity to clear out your office, couldn't we? I'm starving. You better get dinner ready, too.
She seems really excited now that Kevin seems to be taking her aside. Her moving in? I'd rather die. She'll have to prize the house key out of my cold, dead hands if she wants to move in here.
Sonny! Sonny, where are you?
What do you want, Mom?
Hurry up and get up now! Be careful not to wake up Kevin.
It's the weekend and she's got me up and distressing me out from the crack of dawn.
It's your husband's birthday. Why aren't you getting up? Just because he gets up late, it doesn't mean that you should too, you know. If you were a good wife, you should have got up and got something to settle his stomach so that he feels better after his drinking last night. You should then start getting things ready for his birthday breakfast. How many times do I have to tell you things like this?
I'll start making the soup then.
I don't think you've ever cooked even looking at how new everything in this kitchen looks. I don't want you to mess it all up, so just do what I tell you to, okay? Oh, and before I forget, do you have any money?
Money? Why are you asking me for that, Mom?
I am his mother, after all. I should give him some spending money at least on his birthday, don't you think?
Why are you asking me for money to give Kevin on his birthday? I thought you said that you hardly spend any of the money we send you, and that you're saving it instead.
Are you really that stupid? I only said that because I thought Kevin would feel bad that he wasn't giving me enough spending money, that's all. You hardly give me anything anyway. How on earth can I save anything from that?
Oh, so you have spent all the money that Kevin sent you then, have you?
Don't tell Kevin, though. After you get married, there are a lot of things that you need to spend money on, so Kevin must have spent enough already. I only said that because I don't want to be a burden to him. That's all.
What about me? Don't you feel sorry for asking me for money like this?
What do I have to feel sorry to you about? The job of women is to make their man's life as easy as possible. Don't make me repeat myself over and over again. Just do what you're told, okay?
I don't think I can do that, I'm afraid.
What did you say?
I guess you must have lived your life as a pushover, serving the men in your family and working everything around them. But I can't live like that. The way you have lived and the way that I live are very different. Don't try to make me a pushover. I won't have it.
Excuse me. Have you quite finished?
To be honest, there's an awful lot more that I would like to say to you. But I know that it will just go in one ear and out the other. So I think that it would be better to just save my energy.
You really have lost your mind, haven't you? I'm your mother-in-law! How dare you answer me back and speak to me like that?
Sonny, what's going on in there?
Oh, Kevin, my darling! You're awake! Happy birthday!
What's happened? I thought that I heard the two of you shouting.
Oh, it's just about me moving in, that's all. I guess Sonny still hates the idea of me moving in, you see. This morning has descended into chaos.
Sonny, I told you that I wanted to talk to you about it properly, didn't I? I know that living with my mom might be a bit uncomfortable, but you didn't need to shout at her first thing in the morning now, did you?
I guess not. I went too far. Mom, you can move in. I'm going to move out.
What? Are you rebelling or something now?
Do you think I'm a naughty child or something? Rebelling? You and I have different opinions on the matter, but you obviously believe your mom over me, so that means that I have become the unwelcome guest. So I'm going to leave. That's all.
If you leave now, I'm not going to go after you, you know.
That's just what I want. It was lucky that we never registered our marriage, wasn't it? Mom wanted us to try living together for a year before we registered it officially, and it was a good thing that we did. That's the only thing that I feel grateful to her for right now. Enjoy your birthday breakfast with your mother. I'll get the divorce papers ready.
Sonny!
Oh, and I have a few voice recordings that I want you to hear. I'll send them over to you. I recorded some of the conversations between Mom and I, you see. I think it would be interesting for you to hear them. I want you to see if your mom is the angel behind your back that she is to your face.
Recordings? Sonny, what are you talking about? You didn't record what we were talking about just before, too, did you?
As they say, security is the greatest enemy. Mom, make sure you explain it all to Kevin properly. If you don't, he might just think that that is normal behavior for you and just ignore it, you see.
Sonny, I'm sorry about how I acted before. I was wrong. I just called to apologize, that's all.
I'm guessing that you calling me to apologize means that you weren't able to explain all those things you said to me in the recordings to Kevin then? Don't worry, he couldn't possibly cut all ties with you.
He just might be about to do that, actually. He told me that if I didn't apologize to you and bring you back right away, that he was going to emigrate and never come back. He said that he was going to live on his own without me and cut all contact. So please forgive me and come back home, won't you?
Why do I have to be nice to you? You stabbed me in the back. Is there any guarantee that you won't do the same and go against my will again as time goes by?
I promise I won't ever do anything like that again. I swear on my life that I won't interfere with what you do ever again.
They say it's really hard to recover when trust has hit rock bottom within a family, you know. I wasn't even really family to start with, was I? So to be honest, I don't see the point in even trying. You can think of your son as my man for the rest of your life and take responsibility for what you've done. I can't do to him what you've done to me. If he's going to emigrate, you'd better hurry up and find a new man, hadn't you? Good luck with that.
Hey! You really are going too far now!
Oh yes, do you know why Kevin's thinking of leaving the country to get away from you?
We all know why he's doing that. He's doing it because I made the two of you break up, that's why.
I asked him to call all of the girls he met before me, you see.
You did what?
Kevin told me before that the girls he took to meet you before me all broke up with him within the day, you see. He thought that him actually being able to get married to me was a miracle. At the time, I just comforted him, saying that I guessed that it wasn't meant to be. But now that you've shown your true colors to me as well, I understood what had happened. You were the reason that they'd all broken up with him.
I only let him marry you in case he realized that it was me making all the girls break up with him, you see.
Well, what good was that? You should have carried on your act to the end, shouldn't you? Or else shown me your true colors like you showed the others before the wedding.
I really did try, but in the end, I just couldn't do it. Every time I saw you, I just got more and more angry. It felt like my insides were burning.
What did you do to the girls when they came to meet you? It must have been something pretty bad to make them all break up with your son in an instant like that.
Oh, that was really easy. I just said some bad things about their parents and they all left, just like that. It seems like very few people would be willing to get married and put up with that kind of thing.
Okay, that's a wrap. Thank you so much, Mom. I got that all recorded as well.
What? You've had me again, haven't you?
I'm just going to get that sent over to your precious son, Kevin, as a divorce present. I only asked because I was curious as to if it was really you who kept making Kevin's marriage plans fall through. And it really was. You really are something else, you know.
Where are you? I'm going to go over there and crush it.
Crush what? Me or the recording?
I'm going to crush both!
You better give Kevin a call first. Kevin came looking for me to ask me to give the divorce some more thought, you see. He was listening to everything you've just said to me. Well, I guess that I didn't need the recording after all.
Oh, Kevin! It's not what you think!
Mom, were you this kind of person all along? I only said that I was going to emigrate because I was mad at you for how you treated Sonny. But I think that if I'm going to really be happy, that's the only thing that would work. I won't come looking for you again either, Sonny. Let's hurry up and get the divorce over with. I'm really sorry that I didn't believe you all that time, you know. I'll apologize for Mom's part in this too, because I'm certain that she isn't going to. Take care.
Kevin! Don't! Why are you apologizing like that to her? You've done nothing wrong.
Mom, I'm going to emigrate as soon as the divorce goes through. Just keep that in mind.
Kevin! Kevin! My boy! Everything I did was for you! Why don't you understand that? I did it all for you!
I didn't know that registering your marriage late, if you aren't pregnant, of course, would have been such a lucky choice for me. Thanks to that, Kevin and I divided our assets and broke up. Just like that. Kevin was really, really angry with his mom. I think he felt totally betrayed by her after hearing from her own mouth what she'd done to not just me, but to all the girls that he'd taken to meet her over the years, while he was begging me to reconsider the divorce. After hearing that, he just couldn't bear to bring himself to ask me to try again anymore. He was so ashamed of what his mom had done, you see. After the divorce went through, I got a message from Kevin telling me that he was emigrating. I can't imagine how devastated his mom was that her beloved son, her man, had left her. I don't think she realized that her greed and selfishness would mess up not only her precious son's life, but hers as well. Her precious son has now run far away and is living in Europe, apparently. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more content.